Let's do a dorm haul part 3.
I have a huge dorm haul. My vibe for my dorm is like pink and bows, and I ordered all of this from Wayfair. They had so many essentials.
It's that time of year again. It is back to school season. And while I'm not in school anymore, I still have a lot of thoughts around the consumption around school time and fall and back to school content. So this is going to be part 1 of my 2-part back to school series. Today we're going to be focusing on dorm hauls, and in the next video we're going to be focusing on back to school clothing hauls. And that one will be posted on Friday, August 28th. So just a couple days after this one goes live, because I want you guys to be able to get it as soon as possible. Obviously, I don't want to make you guys wait a whole other week for that video. I'm not that mean. So college is a big moment for a lot of people. It's a time when you get to maybe move out of your house, have your own personal space for the first time. It makes you feel more independent, maybe like you're truly an adult for the first time. And it's kind of this social signifier for yourself and for others around you that you're making a big step towards your future. And while all of those things can be amazing, there's been a trend online every year when we reach back to school season promoting immense amounts of consumption for dorms. Some people are flaunting hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of hauls for must-have items in their dorms. And we're going to take a look at these hauls today, discuss the language around them, as we always do, but also the impact it can have on the people who are watching this who may be going into school, or people who are currently already in school, already in college, have been in college for a while, and the trend patterns that we see, because we're going to see a lot of the same things showing up in all of these videos. I'm also going to give some tips to hopefully help prevent that if you are going into college, because my goal with this video is truly to help de-influence people from feeling like it is a necessity to purchase a bunch of things before you go to college. So the first video we're going to look at is just a quick little transition to give you a taste of kind of the content that we're going to be discussing today. Okay, yeah, so like I said, super duper quick, like 5-second transition. As we can see, the theme of this room feels very, I think the kids, guys, I'm 22. I'm not like old, but I'm not like in with what the slang is for this kind of stuff. I think this is what like Gen Alpha and like younger Gen Z calls preppy. Like in my opinion, when I think of preppy, I think of like Ralph Lauren polos and like academia clothes, but that could just be me. But I think this is what they consider like coastal / preppy vibes. And we're going to see this in all of these videos. It is the common thread between all of them. Lots of pastel colors, specifically light pink and white. And then all of the accent of hardware is gold. So just keep that in mind as we go into this next video and all of the following videos after, that we're going to be seeing a lot of that.
Let's do a dorm haul. So this is everything I got so far for my freshman year. I'm trying to stick to a color theme of mainly pink and white.
Okay, so we're seeing again the theme of pink and white. As I said, this is going to be the thing that I'm pretty sure every single video starts with them saying that they are going for a specific color theme, and I think all of them are pink and white or pink, white, and gold. Before we get into actually continuing watching this video, I want to make something very clear as a person who has been on the internet for 7 years. Do not disclose where you are currently about to go to college. Maybe people don't know best practice on the internet, but doxing where you are going to school before you even go there can be really dangerous. Maybe this is my anxiety. Maybe this is just how I was raised, but when you are putting yourself on the internet, you should not be doxing where you go to school. Once you graduate, if you want to say you're alumni of somewhere, cool, awesome. If you want to say that you're going to school in California so that people can get the vibe of like if you're going for a coastal vibe, which I can't even believe I'm saying that, but like if that's the reasoning for it, cool. You don't have to say that you're going to a specific school. Maybe I'm a little bit overboard, but like for the protection of this creator, even though it's been seen by a lot of people on the internet, I'm going to blur out and mute what she says for the name of her school, because that just makes me really worry for the safety of people posting themselves on the internet. I feel like I've been seeing this a lot recently. People don't care about like posting information about like their home, like their hometown, their exact locations, where they're going to school, where their family's from. And it just really scares me, because there are people that will take advantage of that, and that can lead to really bad situations. I'm not saying that's going to happen to everyone. And again, this is a tangent, but it was something that stuck out to me. And we're going to watch, there's 3 parts to this video, and she says it at the beginning of every single video. So I wanted to point that out, that if you post content on the internet, be careful about what information you share with people.
So I got this Keurig because 1, coffee, 2, I drink a lot of tea, and I think having hot water is always pretty useful. Okay, next, I got this pink rice cooker also from TJ Maxx. I've seen a lot of people make dishes inside of rice cooker, and also I eat a lot of rice, so this was a necessity. Tupperware from Target. Also, I got this Brita from Target.
As far as the Keurig goes, a more environmental friendly option for those if you're used to using like the plastic pods that they come with, taking the time to go and buy a reusable K-cup filter and then just getting your own coffee grounds every week or so to reuse the coffee pod is going to be a lot better for the environment. I used a reusable one in my Keurig at home. I want to say we got it in either middle school or high school. It has been going for years. I don't think he's had to replace it. You just have to make sure you clean it really well after every use. It's literally just like a metal like filter that you put the coffee grounds in and then put it in like a regular Keurig cup, and you're not using a bunch of single-use plastic. Rice cooker, I don't know if like there's a specific brand people recommend for like quality, but I got a rice cooker as a gift when I went to college, and it did save me on a lot of meals. So I think that's like a very reasonable thing to want, especially if you know that you're going to eat rice for a lot of meals, and you can cook more than just rice in a rice cooker. Believe it or not, especially when you're in college, you have to get really crafty with how you go about meals. I was living off of a rice cooker, an air fryer, and a microwave, and that's a lot more than what most people get in college. And I learned how to cook everything in those 3 devices. What are those called? Appliances. That's the word I'm looking for. Not that you need all 3 of those, but I was gifted the rice cooker, and the air fryer was something that I had been using every day at home for 4 years, so it felt like something that I was going to, for me, need because I'd gotten so used to cooking with it. And then the microwave, the school just gave that to me. I didn't have to buy that. So my point being, rice cooker seems like a reasonable thing. I'm not sure if like a TJ Maxx one is going to be the most long-lasting one, but most rice cookers do a pretty decent job.
Okay, so for all the drinks I make in my room, I ended up getting these cups. They're just kind of plastic ones to go, but I thought the shape was really cute, and it would make for nice morning drinks.
So a lot of people actually did point this out in the comments, but I'm going to point it out here too. The plastic cups is not a necessity, and justifying it because the shape of it is cute is still a problem. And she also responded in the comments saying, I plan to reuse them. Yes, but you can only reuse them a certain amount of times before you throw them away. Or like if you're out and about, are you going to carry a plastic cup around the rest of the day, avoiding it from getting like crushed in your bag or something? Realistically, I think that even if you start with that intention, eventually you will lose that intention, versus if you were to just make the decision and the purchase up front of buying a stainless steel tumbler, a glass that you can take with you, or a ceramic cup that can carry your ice drinks. Like, one, those can be really cute, especially if you're buying like the handmade ones from Etsy sellers, or like the people that I talked about in one of my previous video that made ceramic tumblers. Finding companies like that to support, to buy one that you can just reuse every single day, helps the environment. It's gonna look cute, and you're gonna have something that's like personalized for you that you'll be able to use for the foreseeable future.
Okay, last for kitchen stuff, I got this blender. I do drink a lot of smoothies, especially in the mornings for breakfast, so I wanted to bring one with me.
I also brought my NutriBullet from home, but that was something that we got off of Facebook Marketplace probably like 5 years before I took it to college. And I still have it now in my apartment, and it's the only blender we have. And it works just fine. Having a small smoothie blender like that, as long as it's not like excruciatingly loud, I think it's a respectable thing to have in your dorm. It also, again, depends. Are you a person that's going to use it on a regular basis? Do you already use one on a regular basis? And I also think like if she already has one at home, it depends. If her family uses it a lot, obviously she's not going to take it with her. But if you have one that was like yours at your house and your family's okay with you taking it, like if you bought it, or if your family bought it but they don't use it and you're the one that does, asking if it's okay to take it with you is also an option.
Okay, starting with bathroom stuff. I may have gotten quite a few, but TJ Maxx had these really cute ones with these pink and white flowers, and I thought they were so cute. And I also got some that are just plain white as well. So we've definitely heard the horror stories of the communal bathrooms, and because of that, shower shoes were obviously a must. And then I also got this shower caddy, and I have these like little bottles. I'm thinking I could just put the shampoo and conditioner in these whenever I go, because it's kind of hard since the bottles won't actually fit in here. Okay, that's all for part 1, but there's definitely still a lot left, so come back for part 2.
So obviously we see the pattern with the pink and the white, and it's also like the little flower motifs. We'll see some bow motifs. We'll probably see some like polka dots. Those are kind of like, oh, and stripes. Those are like the things that consistently show up in these videos. I think shower shoes are definitely a necessity. I still have my shower shoes from college. Like I scrubbed them when I got out of college and now I wear them as house shoes. So I've had them for 4 years and they're still going well. I'm literally wearing them right now. You know what? I'm being lazy. I'll show you. They're still going strong. They're fine. I don't even know what they're made out of. It's probably, honestly, some sort of plastic or foam or something. I don't know. They've lasted me a decent amount of time. But yeah, absolutely. If you're using a communal bathroom or just like any bathroom in general, like even if they're getting cleaned, they've probably been there for a long time. Like these dorm buildings are usually pretty old. So just trying to avoid getting like foot fungus from other people can be important. So like, yeah, if you don't have them, get some shower shoes. They don't have to be super fancy. You also don't have to get them off of Amazon. You could even buy like the 99-cent pair of flip-flops from like the dollar store. Like that will do the trick. It doesn't have to be aesthetic. It doesn't have to be the same one that everyone else is buying. For the shower caddy, I have a bit of an issue because she bought one that specifically doesn't fit the bottles that she has. And I don't know if she bought it knowing that it wasn't going to fit or if she bought it and then realized it didn't fit. So then she bought the shampoo and conditioner bottles separately. Based on what she shows in the video, it does look like she bought the shampoo and conditioner bottles separately from the caddy itself. I think if you're gonna get a caddy, just make sure it fits the bottles when you purchase it. Again, that's like a Dollar Tree item you can get. You don't have to get the ones that have the separate compartments. It can just be an open caddy so that all your stuff fits in there. Like you don't have to get the separators. That actually would make it more versatile to get one that's just completely open from my experience. I just think it's a little bit wasteful when the product already comes in a bottle. Also, you guys already know my opinions on plastic bottles for hair care anyways. I think that if you can find better alternatives, that is obviously like the better choice. Like Plain Products has aluminum bottles, so they're plastic free, or Shotgun Valley Soap and Salve has shampoo bars that are really good. So those are some good options that also work in college perfectly fine, and you don't have to buy new bottles to fit them in a shower caddy. So this creator goes on to show 2 more parts of dorm hall stuff as well as a clothing haul on top of that. So like 4 different videos showing all the stuff she got for college. She talks a lot about buying a lot of the same stuff she already has in her current room at home. And while I understand some people like go back and forth between home and school, it is also totally normal to just bring your bedding from home with you to school. If you already have bedding that's going to fit the bed that you're going to be using at school, especially if it's something like a comforter, which she said she repurchased, you can bring your comforter. Comforters can fit many different beds, even if it's not like the exact fit of a bed. It's there to keep you warm. It doesn't really matter. Now I understand sheets, maybe like fitted sheets, obviously those have to like fit the bed that you're staying on, but like a throw blanket or a comforter or even like the bed sheet but not the fitted sheet, like if those don't fit your bed perfectly, that's okay. And they don't have to all be matching and they don't all have to fit a specific theme just because people on the internet make you maybe feel like you need to, because we see it constantly in all of these videos. And it's not just the bedding, it's also like pillows and the lamps and the storage essentials. It's just a bunch of stuff that people claim to be necessities when they haven't been to college yet, and they don't actually necessarily know what they're gonna need until they've been there for a little while, which I'll touch on later in the video when I'm giving some of my tips about approaching college move-in and like dorms in a way that's more sustainable and requires less purchasing. And I don't want to say that none of this stuff is useful. As I said, there are things that definitely can be necessities, but it doesn't mean it has to be like the most fancy, perfectly themed version. You can get more affordable versions of it to be able to get by, right? But I do want to take a second to note, even with buying this stuff, you don't have to buy everything up front. Because of course we will know like certain toiletries will need to restock, or if we don't have our own stock of like certain medications or toiletries, whatever it is, like you know things that are actual necessities, and people do know what a need versus a want is. It just gets very misconstrued online. But this idea of a fresh start or like starting over or starting a new chapter of your life can cause a lot of people to make purchases very quickly without fully thinking it through. It can be very fun to envision this new version of yourself or this new life that you are stepping into, that you are about to become a part of. But a lot of times people think that a new part of your life has to be intertwined with buying new stuff. That's not the reality. It's not that simple. College is hard. The novelty of like starting college wears off pretty quickly when you realize that you're going to be doing a lot of cramming, a lot of studying, a lot of stressing. You're not going to be sleeping as much as you probably should be. Like you're not going to be able to feel your best all the time, and no amount of things around you is going to change that. And that's not to say college isn't fun or amazing. I had a great college experience. I loved what I got out of college. It was still really stressful, and I had like the bare bones, like the bare minimum of what I could use to get by, because that's what a lot of people are doing, is just trying to get by to be able to actually go to college and like do what they're there to do, to study what they're there to do, not necessarily worry about how their dorm looks. But I think that these videos perpetuate this idea that the most important part of college is the dorm and how your dorm looks, almost in a movie kind of sense. Like if your room gets a makeover, like your whole life will get a makeover and everything will go the way that you want it to. This fresh start effect, or like this starting over, this new beginning thing, isn't just something we see in school. It's something we see around holidays, new seasons, the new year, birthdays. Like people always find new places and time to start over. And a lot of times when we start over, we have been wired to think that means that we need to buy stuff to start over as well. And this isn't, also, I want to be clear, for college, it's not just freshmen. It has started to affect sophomores, juniors, and even seniors in college, thinking that they need to revamp their dorms or the things that they own to like make sure that they're staying on top of the way that things look. Again, I feel like it's more about appearance and like signaling that you're on top of stuff than like actually about college itself.
Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of dorm hauls on my For You page, and it's making me really excited for move-in, so I wanted to give you guys a haul of everything I got for my college apartment.
So right off the bat, she states that she was influenced by her own TikTok showing her hauls of other people's dorms. Just want to put that out there, that I think a lot of times we probably wouldn't even think that we needed to update stuff or upgrade things had we not seen other people doing it. And then we get one of my favorite things to discuss on this channel, FOMO. We get FOMO thinking that if we aren't buying stuff when other people are buying stuff, that we're missing out. When really the only thing you're missing out on is spending money.
So my vibe for my room is like very pink, floral, golds, that kind of vibe. Okay, so I have a few stuff that hasn't come in from Amazon. I'll put pictures of them. I got this big mirror for my desk because I got one last year, but it's kind of broken, so I might as well get a new one.
A note on the mirror. We've actually seen 2 creators already show pretty much the same mirror. It's one of those mirrors where there's a light built into it and it's touch screen to turn the light on. If this mirror is so great, why is it broken within a year of you having it? Unless you're like throwing it across your room for some weird reason or it gets shattered, like you shouldn't have to replace it. This brings up the conversation of, and I don't know if YouTube's going to get mad at me for using this term, enshittification. The idea of companies making products at lower quality so that you have to replace them more frequently. This is a real effect. This is a real thing that happens, especially, companies like Amazon that probably don't care about the quality and how long it lasts. If you have a product that you have to replace within a year because it broke, that should be a sign to you to not rebuy it, not to go online and tell people that it's great and that you're repurchasing it for the following year. Like clearly it's not good quality. And also her saying I might as well buy a new one, I think puts into perspective like how little people seem to care about stuff now. It's like, oh, I can just buy another one. Buying the same thing over and over again still has impact. Like it should be working longer than that. Like we're missing the point. Things shouldn't be as disposable as they have become.
Okay, the first thing I got was this gold toilet cleaner. And then I got this storage to go inside our shower because there's not much storage in our shower and we have a lot of stuff. Okay, I filmed this video before, but half of it cut out, so I had to refilm it. And I realized while I was filming, I meant to get a plastic, like a clear plastic shower curtain, and I swear I did. But then I picked this up and it's like a fabric liner, but it's water repellent, so I'm hoping it works, and if it doesn't, I'll just buy another one. So sorry, Emily, I didn't realize. And then to go with it, I got this really cute shower curtain. It's like textured, so I thought that would be cute. And then I got 2 of the same little shower mats. I got one for my personal bathroom, and then I got one for our shared shower. And if you're looking for really cute bathroom stuff, I recommend going to HomeGoods because I found the cutest little hand towels, and they had the cutest pink just like body towels, but I went to Target before and I got these like magenta ones, and I really wish I didn't, and I just got those ones, but these will be better I guess because it won't stain as easily. I got 2 of them. And then for my personal bathroom, I got this plain little toothbrush holder, and then I got this soap. I got this soap because I was gonna get just like a refillable one, but I'm never gonna refill. I'm just gonna buy a new one. Oh, I forgot. I got these hooks to go in our shower curtain. And then I got this trash can. I was planning on putting this like under my desk in my room, but I didn't want to buy 2 trash cans and fit it all in my car. So I'm just gonna get one and put it in the bathroom and just throw my trash in the bathroom. So it's like direct to my room. Okay, I think that's all for the bathroom. Now I'm gonna move on to my actual room. First, I went to Five Below, and Five Below actually has like really cute dorm stuff. I got this strawberry pink marshmallow with vanilla candle, and it smells really good. So, also at Five Below, I got this rug for 15 bucks. I didn't want it to be huge. I don't think it's huge because I don't want it to like take up the whole space and like overcrowd it. But the carpets are really ugly in the dorm, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully this will brighten it up because it's like a dark, like it's like kind of navy blue, I think, or like black. I don't know. It's not very cute. So I got that. And then I got this full-size bedding. It's just like the sheets and super cute, super pink. And then to go along with it, I got this really cute bedding set. I kind of got the same exact one for my freshman year, but in blue. My theme last year was like blue. But I'll always be a pink girl. I don't know why I did blue last year. It was just kind of like, I don't know, because I don't really like blue.
Her admitting that she didn't like the theme that she did the previous year says a lot. I think that was probably previous influence from the year before, because I feel like last year when I was looking at this, blue and white was the trending kind of vibe. It gave that like coastal vibe. And it was similar patterns to what's happening with the pink and white. It was just like baby blue instead of baby pink. She continues to show items that are, of course, in the pink, the white, and the gold theme. She did state that she was going to get a refillable soap dispenser and then decided not to because she's just going to buy a new bottle every time, which will come up in the next video. But her saying that she doesn't know why she bought the blue last year and that she doesn't really like it is really proving my point that these trends come in and go out so fast that sometimes people don't even realize that they were like affected by a trend if we're not trying to be conscious about it, like we're not being actively aware of how these trends are affecting us, how these videos are affecting us. These videos play into the aesthetic that college students want for their rooms. If it's what they're consuming on their phone, they're going to think that that's what everyone's doing, and it's going to eventually make them think that it's what they want as well. That's why videos like this have been normalized, and rooms like this have been normalized, and consumption like this has just become expected.
It's time for a haul of everything I bought for college so far. My whole entire bed is absolutely covered. You can't even see half of it. And then all my Amazon stuff is downstairs. So this is going to be a multiple part haul. The first thing is this makeup organizer for my bathroom counter, which I already showed once, but I think it's going to fit perfectly. The next thing is this humongous medicine box that my mom made. It unclips here and there's multiple parts to it. The first layer has like Tylenol, Pepto, literally anything you could think of. It is perfect for if I get sick with anything at college. Thank you, Mom, for making this for me. Next up is my laundry box, which my mom also made for me. This box has so much in it. It has detergent for everyday stuff. It has stain remover, dry cleaning. Next thing I got was this jewelry stand, and I got it from Wayfair because it just has stuff for all types of jewelry. And now we're going more into decor. I got this picture frame from Wayfair, and I also got fake hydrangeas from Wayfair. I believe that this is the last Wayfair thing, but it's a pink ruffled shower curtain. And when I do my Amazon Prime haul, I got gold clips to go with it instead of these clear ones. This adorable clear game day bag. And just a little random thing, I painted these coasters for my nightstand. Next is home goods. And I looked all online to find a bathroom set, and I just could not find one that I loved. But when I was at Home Goods, I found this hand soap and this toothbrush holder. They're super cute together, and I also have a matching trash can. Don't want to unwrap these all the way, but just know that they match. And I'm not sure if this basket's gonna fit, but I want to put it in the corner for like blankets and stuff, but it is really big, so I'm not sure. Moving on to my bed. Most of this is from Target, and I grabbed this white ruffled bedding set, and I grabbed 2 performance pillows to go with the set. Also from Target, I grabbed all of my rugs, but they're in a bag and I don't know where it went. And I also have this Sleepyhead mattress topper. And for my bed, I have this throw pillow from Hobby Lobby, and this was a gift, but I believe Amazon, and then it was monogrammed. And last but not least are my bathroom items. I have these monogrammed towels. That was everything for part 1. Come back for part 2 to see all my Prime Day stuff.
Just going over a couple quick notes. You don't have to have a theme for your bathroom. I think the thing I grew up using for my toothbrush holder was just an old cup that I was given for free at like a parade when they would like throw out cups for different businesses. Hand soap bottles, like I had just said, you can just use the one that it comes in. You don't have to have a dispenser because, again, you're just dumping stuff from a plastic bottle into another container. It's not a necessity. These few things are definitely not something that you have to have. The shower curtain hooks, clear would be totally fine. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to buy gold-colored shower hooks just to match the theme for your bedroom. I really want to drive home to you, the viewer, if you are going into college, you don't have to have every single thing that these people are showing in these videos. If it is not financially feasible for you, you don't have to do it. And also, like, from a consumption standpoint, if you're going to be over this trend in a year, that's not sustainable. And it's going to just create a lot of extra waste when you could just find something that like fits you and that you think you will use for, like I keep saying, the foreseeable future, for the long term, until you can no longer use it. That's more important than following a trend that you're seeing on your phone each new school year. And just a note on the throw pillows, those are going to probably be on your floor 80 to 90% of the time anyways, just taking up space that you barely have in the first place. Definitely not a necessity. I don't know anyone that's like had throw pillows that actually uses them in their bed. They end up just on the floor or like under their bed or at the end of their bed, not actually being used, there are more important things than making sure your bed looks aesthetic when you're in college.
I have a huge dorm haul. My vibe for my dorm is like pink and bows, and I ordered all of this from Wayfair. They had so many essentials, from decorations to storage. So let me show you guys everything. First, we have my LED makeup mirror. The best part is that it's touchscreen.
That damn mirror! I know it's covered in fingerprints. I know that thing looks dirty as hell by the end of the school year, if it even lasts that long. I'm getting sassy. I'm getting so sassy over a mirror. But seriously, like, if it's not lasting that long and it's gonna be dirty all the time and you have to worry about having it be clean constantly just for it to like work because you have to put your fingers all over part of the mirror just to turn it on, I personally wouldn't want to deal with that.
I have a 6-drawer storing dresser, and it has so much room. A 3-tier makeup organizer, and it also spins. A gorgeous vase. I want to put fake pink flowers. A bow picture frame. 4 stackable organizers. Perfect to store all the makeup I have. Jewelry stand. This came in a set of 2, so it's perfect for you and your roommate. And this matches my color scheme perfectly with the gold and pink. Then we have a 2-inch gel memory foam topper. Dorm beds are very uncomfortable. This is perfect to keep it nice and soft. And then I have these striped sheets. Are they not adorable? Tissue holder and basket set. Shower caddy, especially if you're in a communal dorm. Closet organizer, and this is so versatile. You can fit boots, shirts, bags. I've been having this vision for a while. A ginormous bow on top of my bed. A hanging closet organizer. I'm gonna put this on top of my door. Bed skirt is a must. Great for covering all the storage you have underneath your bed. A mattress protector. Storage ottoman. This one is the perfect size to use as a step stool to get on top of your bed. A NutriBullet blender. Desk lamp. A pack of 3 paintings. These are so cute. And here's the other one. Darkening curtains. You don't want to be waking up before you even have to go to class. Way too big to bring inside, but we have a giant rug. The design on this is so pretty. It's an 8x10 because I wanted to cover mostly my whole dorm. A gorgeous headboard. Also has an outlet in it. For the comforter, I got this floral bedding, and it's a set. A giant ottoman. It can store so much. A desk bookshelf. It has storage on the top. Also fits my vanity mirror perfectly. A shoe storage organizer. A cube storage organizer. And I have photo cubes to go with it. Then we have a tall storage cabinet, and it also has wheels. A 4-drawer storage organizer. I'm thinking of maybe putting this in my closet. A foldable chair, and it's literally so soft. Lastly, a 5-shelf mini fridge storage organizer. You can put your microwave.
How big is this dorm? Like, how big is this dorm? You have the bed. She had 2 separate ottomans, one of them a step for her bed, the other one just a regular ottoman, a full chair on the floor, 2 different drawer, dresser, shelving units, plus the organizer in her closet, 2 different shoe organizers outside of the one she already has in her closet. She considered the bed skirt a necessity. I don't deem that a necessity because everyone's beds have shit under them all the time. Like, that's totally normal. Unless you have like a really low bed and you can't fit anything under it. But like, if you have space under your bed, you're going to use that space. I think this upsets me in a way too, because not once have I seen any guys posting content like this on their TikTok. And maybe I'm just not getting fed that content, or maybe when I look it up, it's not like the first thing that comes up based on my feed. But I know from personal experience, all guys' dorms that I have been to are messy all the time. They don't have a specific theme. Like, very few men have like a specific theme that they're sticking to. It's like the bare minimum. And then women or like more feminine presenting people are expected to have these like very cute spaces that are perfectly curated, full of things and stuff. And that's what we're told we're supposed to spend our money on, rather than focusing on like college and what we're there for. Like, it feels like the aesthetic is more important than the actual learning that you are at school to do. And it just rubs me the wrong way that it usually only applies to women audiences. And I don't see this push being directed towards male audiences. If you are going to college, if you are going to start college, if you're already in college, here are some things that I think are important to keep in mind before you move in, before you buy anything, before you make any rash decisions on something that you might end up regret purchasing. Make a list of the things that you use on the daily. Toiletries, medications, also things that you use on the weekly or even monthly, like cleaning supplies. Take note of that. Then take note of things that you have that you use on the daily, weekly, monthly, that you can bring from home, that you don't need to buy new. I personally moved from Wisconsin to New York. I had very limited options in how much stuff I could bring with me. I shipped out 2 medium-sized boxes of stuff, just like cardboard boxes, and flew out with 1 suitcase. And that is what I used. And like, when I would go back to visit for holidays, I would maybe bring a few items back with me in my suitcase, but the bare bones is what got me through college. And like learning to kind of compromise on things and be okay with not having everything be perfect at that stage of your life is completely normal. You can be content with the amount of things you have whilst still wanting to in the future have more than what you currently have, if that makes sense. Because not everything in these videos are needs, and it's okay to have wants, and it's okay to have a list of things that you eventually want to purchase even while you're in college, but actually taking the time to think it through and like not buy all of it up front, but rather while you're in school, if you come across a situation where you're like, oh, this is something that could really be useful in my day-to-day life, and then taking the time to actually purchase it and know that it was a well thought out purchase is going to save you so much money. It's going to make you feel way better about the purchases you do make. So you can probably hold off on buying a decent amount of the stuff that's being shown as necessities in these videos, in this trend online. Another thing to keep in mind about the whole theme of your room, and if you do want to like get decor for your dorm, rather than focusing on what's trending, ask yourself if it's something you are going to like in a year's time, in 5 years, because like even when you're out of college, you're still gonna have that decor and you got to do something with it. Are you gonna use it? Or are you just gonna plan to throw it away? Are you gonna think that donating it is going to fix the issue when majority of the stuff we donate actually doesn't get a new life? Because a lot of stuff that gets donated ends up in the landfill. You have to think about it in the longer term than just the year that you are currently in. Would you even care to buy an ottoman if you didn't see people pushing it on the internet? Would you care to have pink and white striped sheets or lamps with gold accents, a white and pink shower curtain with gold hooks? Do you actually care about that, or are you just trying to fit an aesthetic that is being fed to you online on the daily? And one more note about bringing your own things that you already own at home that can actually bring a sense of comfort. The way I think about it is like when you borrow a sweatshirt from someone, it smells like them. And when you bring things from home and you're far away from home, it kind of gives that same sort of comfort, whether it be through the scent or just like the sentimental value of the item, knowing that it's from your home and that it's a piece that you brought with you from your home, can make things feel a bit easier, because sometimes it can be really rough. You can get homesick. You can feel like you need your family and that maybe they can't be there. Maybe you're in a situation like I was where I was 1,000 miles away from my family. Like obviously you can't just up and go see your family. Finding ways to bring yourself comfort without having to buy new stuff is pretty cool in my opinion. It's like a little bit of a hack. Just bring stuff you already own because it saves money. It's more sustainable. It's gonna give you that sentimental value. You can't buy sentimental value at TJ Maxx or Hobby Lobby or Home Goods. As much as it fits an aesthetic, it's not gonna feel like home. College is expensive enough as it is. Do not let these videos put external pressure on you to make your room performative just to fit a specific mold. That is all I have for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Let me know in the comments, what are you excited about for college that doesn't require buying anything? Or if you're already out of school, what was something that got you excited for back to school season? What was something you enjoyed while you were in school? If you have any crazy like college stories, share them down below. I love to read your guys' comments. They make me so happy. I love interacting with you. I read every single one, I promise, and I try to respond to as many as possible. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. Also, if you want to check out memberships, you can go check that out on my page for early access to videos, members only perks, and members only videos, which I will start posting at the end of August. All right. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.